Pahlavi text translated by E.W. West, Part 4. Contents of the Nasks, Clarendon, Oxford University Press, 1892. Dinkard, Book 8, Chapter 45. 1. Of the three divisions of the Hadokt, as it exists in its 133 sections, the first is of 13 sections and contains particulars about the nature of the recital of the Ahunavair, which is the spiritual benefit from chanting it aloud, and whatever is on the same subject. 2. Advice about selecting and keeping a spiritual and worldly high priest, performing every duty as to the high priest, and maintaining even those of various high priests. 3. About the 21 chieftainships, spiritually through Auharmazd and materially through Zarathustra, through which the ceremonial of the sacred beings and the government of the members of the ceremony Dahmano Ra-Yini-Dari exist. 4. About the duties in the 5 periods of the day and night, each separately, and the bridge judgment of him who shouts out in the ceremony of a season festival, likewise of him who does not provide the preparations for the feast of a season festival, and who also becomes worried, Sudako, and other ceremonials of the sacred beings. 5. About how to consider and what to do with a sacerdotal leader and a man of the superior classes, Pisaki Kano, him who atones for unimportant sin, and him who does not atone even for that which is important, and whatever is on the same subject. 6. About the means through which membership of the community Dahmi is prepared. 7. About the manifestation of virtuous manhood and the merit and advantage from well uttering the words of blessing at eating and drinking, food and drink, and from despising the inward talk of the demons. 8. About the recitations at the 5 periods of the day, the ceremonial invocation by name of many angels in each separately, and great information on the same subject. 9. The worthiness of a man restrained, bandak, by authority, the devotion of life and body to the sacred beings, the good rulers and their examination and satisfaction, also the blessing and winning words which are most successful in carrying off the affliction that is owing to the fiend. 10. About all pleasing creativeness and omniscience, every precedence, leadership, foresight, worthy liberality, perspicacity, venaki, and all proper cause and effect of righteousness, the individuality, kudi, of righteousness, the opposition to the demons of Auharmazd's law, and also much other information in the same section. 11. The middle division is of 102 sections containing particulars about the spiritual and worldly diligence, the leadership of the diligent and their mighty beings, all the former deeds of righteousness. 12. Righteousness, kindling the resolution, is the reward of merit, each for each, and is provided by it for that which one mentions thus. It is the hadokt, which is the maintenance of righteousness, so that it may make righteousness more abiding in the body of a man. 13. The last division is of 19 sections containing a trusty remedy, that is, a remedy whose utterance aloud by the faithful is a chief resource, Afzartum, for the creatures of the sacred beings. 14. Also the nature of sayings full of humility, Pur Pasti, well favored, most select, and adapted for that which one mentions thus. I reverence that chief, the beneficent and eminent Hadokt, out of which is the sustainment of the strength of every word of Zarathustra they trust in. 15. It is perfect excellence that is righteousness. Now, we can pair on one side 4, 7, 8, maybe 6 really, and 5, and then on the other side we have 7. So you just don't say, oh, this is the bad thing, this is what we avoid. You want to say, this is what we're on the side of, this is what we're trying towards. And so I think the formula Mincha, Larb, Lium, Kapoor. The offering for the evening of the Day of Atonement, or the Day of Coverage. I think this is where there's that formula where they list off the evils. Now, the meaning there, if you take it to the older language that Tonic was in, run into some issues. But there are beings, there are different types of evils and stuff to address, and there are, it helps to, form awareness of what's there. And some people will, use that awareness to turn away from these things. Because if you are aware of what's yourself and what's not, then you can start to distinguish